In a move that has sent shockwaves through the Premier League, the Pgmol has officially addressed the officiating storm following Manchester United's 3-2 victory over Arsenal. The match, which saw the Gunners' title charge suffer a significant setback at the Emirates, was defined by two polarizing moments: a rejected penalty claim against Harry Maguire and a controversial Patrick Dorgu goal. Chief Refereeing Officer Howard Webb reportedly spearheaded the decision to speak out, acknowledging that the standard of officiating in one of the season's biggest fixtures fell below expectations. This rare admission of fallibility comes as a direct response to the mounting pressure from fans and pundits who labeled the match a failure of the VAR system. The first major point of contention involved Harry Maguire, who appeared to block a goal-bound strike from Mikel Arteta with his arm while sliding. While the on-field official and VAR initially deemed it a supporting arm used to break a fall, the Pgmol's internal review has reportedly signaled a change in stance, suggesting the arm's position unnaturally increased the defender's silhouette. Regarding this incident, the officiating body has clarified that the threshold for a clear and obvious error was indeed met. By failing to advise an on-field review, the VAR team denied Arsenal a critical opportunity to equalize, a mistake that the Pgmol has now formally recognized as an incorrect application of the handball law. The second flashpoint centered on Patrick Dorgu's spectacular strike, which Arsenal players vehemently argued should have been ruled out for a handball in the build-up. Replay suggested the ball brushed the Danish winger's wrist before his clinical finish, yet the goal stood, further incensing the home crowd and the Arsenal coaching staff. The Pgmol has confirmed that a full investigation is underway into why the contact with Dorgu's hand was not deemed impactful enough to warrant a reversal. This investigation will specifically look into the communication between the referee and the VAR booth to determine if critical camera angles were overlooked during the heat of the moment. In a direct message to the North London club, the Pgmol issued a formal apology to the Arsenal faithful. The statement expressed deep regret for the operational failures that influenced the outcome of the match, acknowledging that the passion and investment of the supporters deserve a higher standard of consistency. Mikel Arteta, who was visibly apoplectic on the touchline during the 71st-minute Maguire incident, had earlier called the decisions unexplainable. While the apology cannot restore the 3 points lost, it serves as a symbolic victory for a club that has frequently felt at odds with refereeing standards over the past several seasons. The controversy has also reignited the debate over the supporting arm rule. Critics argue that Maguire's intervention was a deliberate defensive block disguised as a fall, and the Pgmol's willingness to investigate suggests they may be looking to refine how these subjective calls are handled in high-stakes scenarios. Manchester United, now enjoying a purple patch under interim manager Michael Carrick, have remained relatively quiet on the matter. However, the shadow of these decisions looms large over their victory, with many suggesting that the theatre of the Premier League is being undermined by technical inconsistencies. To prevent a recurrence, the Pgmol has promised to implement heightened scrutiny for VAR protocols in the coming match weeks. They intend to use the Arsenal United footage as a primary case study during their next official summit to ensure that similar handball scenarios are judged with greater uniformity across the board. Ultimately, this 12-paragraph saga marks another turbulent chapter in the relationship between the Premier League and its officiating body. As the investigation continues, the footballing world waits to see if these apologies will lead to tangible reform or if they are simply a temporary salve for a recurring wound in the beautiful game.